playing duo with Cedar Walton. That was something. That was something.
Wow.
There were a lot of moments with Buster Williams, playing with Buster Williams Quartet, where we got to some real, serious musical heights. Playing for John Lewis, with John Lewis conducting. It's kind of like playing Beethoven's music with Beethoven conducting. You're playing piano. I'm playing John Lewis's music. Any night with Freddie Hubbard. Any night with Joe Henderson. Joe Henderson was the most consistent musician I ever worked with in my entire life. And Joe, real understated, didn't say much. And we played the same 8 songs for 2 years. Every now and again, he'd throw in Punjab, Serenity. Every now and again, he'd throw in Tetragon. But for the most part, it was Stella by Starlight, Invitation, Night in Tunisia, Take the A Train, Record Me, Blue Bossa. Not Blue, did we play Blue Bossa? Maybe not. Ask Me Now, Body and Soul Confirmation. same 8 songs. And he would always start off every set. He'd have his horn, and he'd have his little, fanny pack. And he'd have his horn, and he would look at the band, and if we were going to start with Invitation, he would go, Invite? Or Stella? It's like, are you asking me? He's just being a gentleman, So the gentleman from Lima. So if we were doing Stella, he'd count it off with body language. Flip, flip. And then, very subtle, very understated. And that required a lot of concentration to play with that kind of restraint. Yeah, Joe. Joe, Freddie, John Lewis, they don't make cats, Mulgrew Miller, they don't make cats like that no more. They just, it's a different vibe now. Different vibe.
All right. Any last words that you want to throw out there about yourself or about what you're doing now, or it could be anything?
I'm looking for the next thing. I'm teaching full time now. I don't know how much longer I'll be doing that because I don't dig my heels in anymore. I used to think that I had to be a homer, that I had to be in one place, that I had to be stable. And I've learned that stability, or immobility, I suppose, is sort of the bane of my existence. So I'm always looking to move around. I get antsy very quickly. And I'm wondering, okay, what's the next thing? And the next thing might not happen for another 15 years. It might not be tomorrow, whatever it is. But I've learned not to be a nester. That's what I'm not really a nester. I've always wanted to be. That's where my energy is, but life has not worked out that way. So I kind of have to get ready to. I may have to move on a dime depending on the way things are going in this country. But I'm definitely trying to figure out. I'm always scouting out. What? Where's another city I'd like to live? Bologna. Copenhagen, some of them are going to go down to South Africa. I'm always looking to see what my options are. Keep my options open always. That's the thing I want to say. Keep your options open. That's the 6th thing as far as like that trend. Always keep your options open. You just never know when another opportunity is going to come up, and you have to be ready for it. So like the idea of buying a home. You buy a home, you gotta live in that bad boy. You can't buy a house and okay, I'm out in a year. You ain't built no equity. You know what I'm saying? If you buy a house, then okay, you there. So you might want to figure out how maybe not to make quite so long-term or permanent commitments, because opportunity does knock twice, at least. The postman always rings twice, so does opportunity. So yeah, be prepared to move when opportunity knocks.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
Thank you, bro.
Great advice.
Thank you, man. Thanks so much for doing this.
Absolutely.
Is this gonna go on your IG?
No, this is gonna go on YouTube.
Oh, okay.